my other thing. I hate poor area HEBs and poor areas in general. Not that I hate them, but it's grinds my gears when I'm driving around a poor area. I mentioned this on the internet a little while ago, but if you ever noticed, have you ever driven in a, strictly speaking, United States? So it's just relatively poor. But, I mean, you saw, we went to the HEB, and there was one of these cities of tents, bums and
Skid Row, man.
Yeah, who knows? They're doing crack in there. They're jerking off, and it's all bummy, and there's trash everywhere. It's just disgusting. It's right in my house. But anyways, when you're driving around these poorer areas, I notice it's just very chaotic in a sense. Like people are jaywalking everywhere. People are driving badly. You'll just hear a weird sound. You'll just hear something like, ah! Like you'll be kind of thrown off. You're like, what was that?
People jaywalking everywhere, man. That's
nothing's pretty. Everything's ugly looking, pretty much. Like it's like Taco Bell, gun store, liquor store, Taco Bell. And it's not a good vibe in these areas. And you go over to the hills, you go over to the west, and it's just very nice. Everything's orderly. The cars driving smooth. You can tell people are high IQ drivers. They're just driving better.
Well, they're more careful because what they're driving is worth more.
What they're driving is worth more. Relatively speaking, their lives might feel like they're worth. You know how they say the more you have to lose. So imagine you're like some lady in a Suburban with 5 beautiful kids, and you're going to soccer practice. You don't want that to be taken away from you. But if you're some some scoundrel driving around,
scoundrel
high on pot and
marijuana.
Then he's not caring. He's driving under the influence. So that's one of my qualms I had. But yeah, we went over to the store to get some claws to crush these claws, and I had to stand in line. And
well, let me tell you, man, I lived in that area too. I lived in that area about 2 years ago, and I lived there for about 2 years. And I mean, I never, there was always people jaywalking, and
that's what I'm talking about. A lot of jaywalking.
I'm telling you right now, that's the first time I've been over there in that amount of time, and that was absurd. That was
looking like a hellhole.
I mean, not even that, man. In the median, there's tents everywhere. There's probably 30 tents there. Little kids walking around.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tents there, like a tent city, and then it's a tense vibe too. You're like, this is a tense vibe. It's a double entendre.
I mean,
play on words.
the first thing that comes to my mind is where are these people taking shits at? They're definitely shitting right next to where they're living. Think about it. You wake up in the morning, guess what you got to do? You got to take a dump, man. First thing you're doing is running out back and run into the creek.
And I'll tell you this, it's not that easy to take a dump around town. Have you noticed this? You'll be out and about. You'll be like, I got to go to I got to go do this errand or whatever. And you're like, it's not like the old days where I'll just pop in a coffee shop and
take a dump, blow it up.
Well, not do that. Maybe more like a
Buy
gentleman.
A cup of coffee and blow it up.
Well, no. Like a gentleman, I'll leak my lizard or something, wash my hands, clean up a little bit, brush my hair. So you can't do that anymore. I find myself peeing in public often lately. That's why I've been rocking these little shorts, right? I'm going back. I'm an 80s man, Yeah. So I've been rocking these little shorts, and they're cool because you can really pop your cock right out the side there and pee anywhere you kind of please, because you don't have to put your pants. So I've just been peeing everywhere.
Shit, man, I never done that, but
it's fun. Yeah, if you have short enough shorts, you can just kind of like.
I might have to try it.
Yeah, you can pull the shorts back and you can just pee everywhere, bro. I've been really peeing in public, like on the low, in ways that you could never imagine, in places you'd be like, wow, I didn't know you could just pee there. And
well, dude, you better watch where you say that, man. Peeing everywhere.
Not everywhere, but I've been peeing in appropriate places for low key public peeing.
You drinking a lot of water lately?
Yeah, that's my problem. I drink.